very, very sporadic live stream tonight. And what you're going to see in this live stream, in this video, is not pretty. It's just life. I was working on a huge project because I have hundreds, I mean hundreds of CDs. And I'm kind of realizing, maybe as I'm getting older, maybe because, even here's the thing, I love physical media, but I kind of realize I have stuff, just a lot of stuff that I am never ever going to watch again. I am never ever going to read again. I'm never ever going to listen to it again. So I started this massive project to sort through everything and get it all sorted, and it has been quite a nightmare so far. So, for those of you who are not aware, look, this is all I still have to do. I still have to do all of this. I don't know where the action figures came from. I'm currently in the M section, and I'm putting all the CDs in the drawers. I have these to do too. I'm going to be going through all of these and deciding which ones I don't want anymore. I can probably get rid of these Kimegure Orange Road DVDs because we have Blu-ray box sets now. Getting rid of all these CDs. I'm selling those in the back. I've got some signed Al Gore books, and some of you might be jealous. Final Fantasy VII on PC, and there's just too much stuff. So I'm doing what I can to just sort it out, get rid of it. Oh, there's another stack of CDs that I'm just getting rid of. I don't need all of those anymore, and I'm never going to listen to those again. Look at that old TV. Like, this area is... Look at that Oscar poster. That was the latest poster from when No Country for Old Men won. This was like 2004 when that poster came out. So, it's just... I just need to sort it all out. I'm kind of taking this weekend to do it. I've also dug up a lot, and I mean a lot, of signed albums. Like, these are all albums signed by some people who are popular, some maybe not so popular. We have MXPX, BB King, Heartland, Tracy Lawrence, George Huff, Lucky Covington, Lincoln Brewster, who's actually local to my parents, Indina Menzel, Building 429. So, a lot of signed CDs. I have Beverly Mitchell there, Seventh Heaven actress. So I can definitely make videos out of those for my Autograph Hound channel. And yes, before anyone comments, yes, these are Mickey Mouse holiday PJs. Me and my wife got matching pairs. I got Mickey, she got Minnie. I didn't realize what we were starting when we had that Disney-themed wedding. I realized that we would be getting Mickey and Minnie gifts pretty much every single year for Christmas from my parents, from friends. So, and I mean, yeah, I know it's not cool to be doing the a live stream in the PJs, but screw it. It's Christmas Day, and it's like 10 p.m. at night, and I decided to do this randomly. So, my masculinity remains intact, if you will. So, make fun of me if you will. So, hey, Ryan, how you doing? I hope that you and Katie had a great Christmas. Yes, I did have a great Christmas. Well, a great Christmas, but it was still a very different Christmas. We did normally during Christmas we would get together with friends and family, but this year we really couldn't do that. So I've been quarantining with my folks for the last 3 weeks so that we could have at least a family get together with them. Now my brother and his wife and my nephew did come to visit because they have also been quarantining, so we were able to have like a small get together. But breakfast with the neighbors, which we normally would do, didn't do this year. Meeting up with certain friends to exchange gifts, that didn't happen this year. There's just a lot of things that we would normally do that we did not do. Here's another thing. We usually, I mean, not always, and not on Christmas Day, but on Christmas weekend, we typically would go to the movies to see some films, but no theaters here are open. So I did watch Soul, and I did watch Wonder Woman 84 in the comfort of my own home. Now, I'm probably going to watch Wonder Woman again because me and my wife are going to make a trip to Vegas to watch a few movies, and I would like to see Wonder Woman on IMAX. I enjoyed it reasonably well. I think it would definitely play better on a giant screen. And you know, our this screen's kind of pretty big. It's like 70 inches, but it's still not an IMAX. So I will say I liked Soul a heck of a lot more than uh, Wonder Woman. But let's hear. Do you think Venom 2 should be PG-13 or R? Well, I haven't seen that movie, so I don't know. But I can guarantee you it's going to be PG-13. I mean, if they made the last one PG-13, why would they make this one R? It seems very unlikely that they would go in that direction. So that's what I. But anyway, so yeah, I watched Soul and Wonder Woman 84, and but Carnage is in it. They don't care. They don't care. The last Venom movie made almost $800 million with a PG-13. They're going to keep that PG-13. And plus, unfortunately, you can get away with a lot of violence in PG-13 if you keep it a little shadowy and you don't make it bloody and you don't say the basically as long as you don't make it bloody, Carnage can chop off and bite off as many heads as he wants. It's not going to matter. Ryan says, that's great they had a good Christmas even during this pandemic. Also, do you plan on reviewing both movies on your blog soon? I'm currently reviewing movies on Letterboxd. Is my blog's not really got a lot of traction, so I'm trying Letterboxd out for a little bit. I'm very motivated to write a review for Soul, which is definitely one of the best films I've seen this year. Wonder Woman, not so much. It wasn't bad, but it wasn't great either. It was definitely a very in the middle of the road movie. What about Deadpool 3? Do you think Disney will let it stay R? Yes, because Bob Iger's already said he wants to keep it R, and I don't think Ryan Reynolds would want to do it. Also, that Once Upon a Deadpool experiment was a complete failure. So they know that Deadpool, now since he's been unmasked. Now, here's the thing. I'm not guaranteeing it's going to be rated R. It could very well be PG-13, but I don't think they're going to do that. So, but you know, the funny thing is, like, this last year has really changed my opinion on certain things. And with all the things that we've lost and the changes in the world, I find that whether or not a comic book movie is going to be rated R or PG-13 is not very high on my priority list. I'm just concerned. I'm concerned about the movie theater experience. Like, I want movie theaters to survive, and that's a much bigger concern than whether or not the movie's rated R or not. Because if everything goes streaming, and look, I know people are going to point to Soul and they're going to say, well, look at Soul. That's a great movie, and that's a streaming movie. Yeah, I know, but Soul was made for theaters. But once everything goes to streaming, then guess what? Um, the problem with that is they're not going to look like Soul. They're going to look more like Stargirl and the new Diary of a Wimpy Kid movie, or Lady and the Tramp. That's what they're going to look like. They're not going to be $200 million budget movies. Will you see Venom 2 and Deadpool 3? Well, probably. I'm tired of superhero movies. I have been for a while, but yeah, I'll probably see them. Venom 2, I have almost zero interest in seeing at this point, but my wife loved Venom, so she will probably take me to see Venom 2. Otherwise, if it was just me, I'd probably say, did the first one, not interested in doing the second one. So, anyway, that's kind of my thoughts on that. Have you seen Ted? Of course I've seen Ted. I own Ted. I own Ted 2 as well, which isn't nearly as good. Ted 1 I found to be very, very funny. Ted 2, funny moments. You know, I mean, I've certainly seen worse sequels, but, you know, it's like, whatever. Like, I'm 13 and love it. I have the movie size bear. Well, you shouldn't be watching that movie. I know 13-year-olds love that sort of thing, but I wouldn't let a 13-year-old watch Ted. I don't know if I'd let a 16-year-old watch Ted. So, you know, that's just my opinion, though. I've seen Sausage Party. You shouldn't be watching Sausage Party. So, Tokyo Boy, you must have some very negligent parents. That's all I'm gonna say. You must have some very negligent parents who clearly do not care what you watch. So, now who knows? Maybe you're a mature person and you know you're not Do you have the Bugs Bunny 8th anniversary collection yet? I just got it for Christmas. No, I don't have the 80th anniversary collection. And I probably won't have that for a while now because, well, Christmas just arrived and I have a bunch of stuff now and the shopping's done. The thing is, I always spend a little bit more money than I should during Christmas, and then during January, February, I spend a lot less money. So since I didn't get the Bugs Bunny box set, oh well. I guess I'm just gonna have to wait a little bit on that one. But I got some nice stuff. My brother got me the 4 Naruto movies on Blu-ray. He also got me the first part of season 5 of Sailor Moon, which is Sailor Stars. I have it already, so I'm gonna have to see if there's like a store that will let me exchange that for credit. But there was that. I did get some Xbox Series X games. One of them is Cyberpunk 77, which thankfully the person who got me that did give me a gift receipt, and I pretty much told that person, no offense, I really appreciate this, but I'm gonna bring it back until they fix this game. Also, because when not only do I not want to play like a broken product, but when they fix the game, they're gonna put it on its own individual Game of the Year disc and all of the patches. So, you know, I don't feel like downloading 100 GB patches and things like that. Tokyo Boy said, yeah, some swear words and dirty stuff in those movies don't bother me. Well, of course it doesn't bother you. You're 14. It should bother your parents. I actually saw Ted with my family. However, it took a lot of convincing for Sausage Party. Well, I don't want to speak ill of your parents, but I don't want to speak ill of you either. But the fact that you were able to convince them to take you to those movies, again, I suspect you have very negligent parents. If they cared about what you were watching, then they wouldn't have let you see those movies. My opinion. I know you probably don't like it. You're probably sitting here thinking I'm judging you, and I'm not. I mean, if I were in your shoes and my parents let me watch those things, yep, what the heck? I'd watch them. I remember I wanted my parents to take me to see the South Park movie. Didn't happen. I wanted my dad to take me to see the Eminem movie, 8 Mile. Didn't happen. They did take me to see certain R-rated movies that, were historical, but otherwise, I pretty much didn't watch R-rated movies until I was 18. I like Terminator 2. So, Tokyo Boy, here's a question for you because you seem to definitely enjoy mature rated stuff. What's some G and PG rated movies that you like? Because I can tell you there's a lot more G and PG movies that are much better than some of these R rated movies you've mentioned. So, just curious if you can think of any. But anyway, so what else was going on today? I mean, the funny thing is I actually did get to play my Xbox Series X. I mean, that whole thing about me leaving it behind, obviously that's part of the gag. Mapped out the story, if you will, but I was playing the Xbox Series X. I am enjoying the Xbox Series X. So, like most system console launches, not a lot of new exclusive games, but, there you go. So, what about PG-13? I like Spider-Man and Venom. Nope. It's got to be G or PG. That's my challenge. PG-13R, I want to know what G or PG rated movies that you actually like. Ryan says, from the title and the stream made me think to ask if you have more CDs or DVDs or Blu-rays. Well, I think I have more Blu-rays than anything. CDs, well, I do have a lot of CDs, but like I said, like all those stacks, like I'm probably going to be getting rid of at least 300 CDs. Which, some people probably are going to watch this and say, well, why don't you just get rid of all of them? I mean, CDs are archaic. I have Spotify. It's like, well, no, I still like having CDs. I have memories of buying those CDs. I spent a lot of money on them. The collection's just going to look nice when it's all set up. But I do have too many of them, so I'm just looking and it's like, realistically, I'm not going to listen to some of these ever again. And so I'm just kind of going through and seeing which one of those I will never listen to again. I'm going to put them in that box there. And, I'm just going to grab this stack. I haven't sorted this stack yet. Let's see here. Like duets, probably won't listen to that again. I'll probably get rid of this. But the My Neighbor Totoro import, yeah, I'll listen to that again. Chaplin, I might keep that. The Life is Strange soundtrack, no, that one's in fact I'm gonna like just we can get rid of that one now. But I do like the Braveheart soundtrack. Book of Mormon, do like that. When are you gonna complete waves 8 and 9 of the Walt Disney Treasure reviews? Funny story, I have actually filmed them. I have actually, I you, I usually film. I've actually filmed them, but I just haven't uploaded them yet. So I kind of wanted to just record all of the rest of them and then upload them like one week after the other. But that's long overdue. So, oh, Chaplin the musical, yeah, keep that one. Another Ghibli. I don't actually don't know what movie this is for, but it's a Studio Ghibli movie. So, Hamilton, awesome. So let's see here. Tokyo Boy says, I usually don't watch those. You've even talked about what PG has turned into. They are just cartoon movies and kitty trash, but some are good. Wonder, Elf, the older Star Wars movies. So take it you've not watched like Annie Hall or Love Story or Terms of Endearment or Jaws. There's a lot of fairly adult movies. I mean, I understand what you're saying, but Soul, that's rated PG, and that's a pretty mature animated movie. So, I would like the Apartment maybe, or Some Like It Hot. So I don't know, there's a lot of great PG rated movies out there. The funny thing is like when you say like they're just cartoon movies and kitty trash, it's like, but the R-rated movies you're watching are no more mature than those kitty cartoons. Like, look, I like Ted and I do like Sausage Party, but really those are kids movies when you get down to it. They're kids movies with a lot of adult language, but they're kids movies. Like, I'd be more impressed. I'd be way more impressed if you're asking your parents to take you to movies like Munich and Nomadland and The Departed or Crash. So that's an interesting comment. Some says, I don't mind if it's overdue. Well, you're going to have to not mind because it is overdue, but we're getting around to it. Does that mean you got around to watching The Scarecrow of Romney Marsh? I remember you told me that was the only Walt Disney Treasures that you still hadn't seen yet. No, to be perfectly honest, I really haven't. But I kind of set through in the towel and said, you know what, these things just need to get done. So, Jaws sounds good, but it's basically R-rated. But no, Jaws is not an R-rated movie. It's not even close to an R-rated movie. Yeah, they are kids' movies with swearing and dirty jokes, but I like them. Well, I'm glad you do. I still don't think you should be watching them, but that's for your parents to decide, not me. So anyway, yeah, CD collection. One thing I want to do, I want to actually make a video about the Spider. Oh, by the way, the Spider-Man, the Spider-Verse. That's a PG-rated movie. That's a heck of a lot better than Venom and things like that. But I got the Spider-Man Spider-Verse soundtrack collection, but I'm just missing one cover. Then I can do a review of those. The Walt Disney Treasures video is what made me aware of your channel back in July 2016. Hard to believe that was almost half a decade. I know. No, like, yeah. And it's hard to believe that those sets have not been in print for a long time. Some of them go for so much money. I'm not going to lie. I have contemplated selling them because we are saving for a house. I have sold some prized possessions already. I'm not quite sure if I want to get rid of them just yet, but one thing that kind of made me a little upset was I watched Pluto's Christmas Tree on Disney Plus last night, and they clearly did like a digital cleanup of it, and it looks better than ever. And it's like, why can't they make Walt Disney Treasures on 4K or Blu-ray and have them in the best possible way? But I probably will never get rid of those sets though, no matter how much money I need, because I know once I sell them, some of those cartoons that are on those sets will never be released again. There was a time when Disney was okay with releasing some of their less politically correct stuff on disc and putting a warning on it, but I don't know if you can even do that nowadays. When did you start YouTube? I started YouTube a long time ago. Like I think in 2001, that was the first video that so hold on. Yeah, Spider-Verse really isn't my thing. I like the ones with Venom, Spider-Man 3 and Venom. Dude, you literally like the worst Spider-Man movies. No offense. Those are the worst Spider-Man movies. Spider-Man 3 sucks. Venom really sucks. Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse is by far the best Spider-Man movie. And even if you're not into the Toon thing, Spider-Man 2 is way better than Spider-Man 3 and Venom. Actually, I didn't like Venom at all. I didn't like Venom at all. I gave Venom 1 star. Like, I did not like that movie. Ryan says, do you have the 6 disc CD set, Musical History of Disneyland? No, I don't. I do have many Disneyland CDs, but not that one. In fact, there's somewhere there. There's a Phantasmic CD there, and there's the car soundtrack. There's a couple. The CDs are all a mess right now. This project was long overdue. um, so so yeah, so yeah. By the way, for the record, the other bad Spider-Man movie is the Amazing Spider-Man 2. The rest of the Spider-Man movies are all good to great. Most of them good. Actually, I think Spider-Verse and Spider-Man 2 are the only great Spider-Man movies that they've actually made. When you really get down to it, they're the only ones that have stories that are really interesting. They're the only ones that have heart. And Spider-Verse is like that thing that just did visually was something that I'd never seen in a movie before, and it was like I walked out of that movie like feeling like I had not seen anything like it. So, you know, there's a reason even Pixar couldn't take the Oscar from them that year. But now they're going to make sequels out of it, and heck, who knows? Once you start making sequels to a good thing, you know. So somebody says, especially now when Disney is pushing their streaming service, their last thing in their minds are restoring decades-old DVDs. Wait, so it dawns on me, I must be on the Failed Journalist channel because usually people don't talk about entertainment this much, so I must be on the Failed Journalist channel. That's interesting. So, but hey, that's fine. That's fine. Just one. It's more appropriate anyway. So, uh, that's funny. Here, I thought I was on the Apptrepreneur channel and on the Failed Journalist channel. That's funny. So anyway, since I'm on the Failed Journalist, it's interesting that you're bringing up ratings. I do want to get back into making videos about the rating system. I want to do weekly updates on what movies got rated. Um, yes, that was a clear giveaway, Ryan. That the membership badge wasn't there. But I'm going to do more videos about the rating system. I'm going to be talking about more movie theaters. Actually, try some video reviews. I figure, if I'm writing the reviews out, I could probably also read them as scripts and make video recordings. So, my head itches all of a sudden. So, we can do that. I am debating renaming the channel. I'm actually thinking of renaming it to the Apptrepreneur Media and changing the Apptrepreneur Media channel into the Apptrepreneur Gaming. But I don't know. I do kind of like the fact that if someone asks what channel are you, I can say, oh, I'm the Failed Journalist, and it's a lot easier for people to find. Also, now that the videos on the media channel are starting to pick up steam, so it might be too late to actually switch gears and come to this one. That's what I'm thinking anyway. But the Successful Journalist, that's the reason I picked the Failed Journalist is because it was funny. That's why I picked it. I call myself the Failed Journalist, but really I'm not a failure. I have books published, and I do write for blogs and websites and get paid for it sometimes, so that's not the definition of a failed journalist. But someone was calling me that. They were trying to pick on me as a name, and so I decided, you know what? That's a catchy name. I'll call myself the Failed Journalist. That'll take the steam out of that person's sales, and I get a channel name out of it. And then he decided to start calling me the Diabetic Dwarf, which I'm not diabetic anymore, so, you know, guy's just a jerk. Do you own Tenet on any video format? And if no, do you plan on getting it? Yeah, I did buy Tenet on the 4K Steelbook from Best Buy. For some reason, I had no interest in unboxing that one. None whatsoever. I kind of knew that that would be a popular video to unbox, and so for that reason, I didn't want to. I'd much rather unbox like the Weathering with You Ultra HD set, which isn't going to be unboxed as much. So that's kind of where I am with that right now. So let's hear what else is going on. What else is going on? So see, I'm looking and it's like, you know what's interesting about cleaning out the closet and getting rid of stuff you really don't need anymore is that when you clean out the closet, there's some stuff that you get rid of that, and this, I guess this shows that I must be a little bit of a hoarder to a certain extent, because it's like I know I don't need some of these things that I'm getting rid of, but it's hard to let it go because I have memories of having it, and it's like, I don't know, I'm a very nostalgic person, so when I get rid of like mangas, like when I get rid of like the Guardian Angel Getten books or the Prince of Tennis, I know I'm never going to read them again, and that's why I'm getting rid of them. But, geez, it's hard because I have memories reading them. I don't want to get rid of Battle Royale. I will keep those books because those are great books. What else? I did finally sell some of the Meisani Koku DVDs. I made quite a bit of money on those, and I'll be talking about that on my my nose is itching all of a sudden. Probably because it's dusty. When you rearrange stuff, it gets dusty in here. I have finally sold some of the Meisani Koku DVDs. That hurt to sell those because I love that show, and those DVDs are out of print. I made well over $1,000 selling them. But, and here's the problem. Well, here's the thing. Viz Media is re-releasing the manga, and there's a part of me that's thinking, you know, that might be a sign. They might relicense the show, and I don't think they'd lose as much money on it because they would probably put it in 1 or 2 Blu-ray sets, and that would be it. Heck, they might even crowd fund the thing. So, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. I kind of took a chance and cashed in the chips, so to speak. So, all right, let's see. Are any more questions that we have? The reason I wanted to do this on the other channel is because, you know, there's usually a lot more people that will come in, but nope. Okay, well, we've been talking for about a half hour. I'm going to get back to the project. I might actually stream on the Apptrepreneur channel in another 30 minutes or so. So if you guys want to join me in 30 minutes over there, feel free to do so. Otherwise, comment below, like, favorite, share, subscribe. And as always, flame responsibly. Merry Christmas.